today. May I ask Shana that can we go live now? We have 71 participants. I request you to be as attentive as you are. Charge your laptop or get it on the mobile. We are gonna live stream this meeting so that you can watch it on YouTube as well. There's a lot of wisdom and knowledge that will be shared in today's session. Take your notes out, take your pens out, and we'll start now. So put it into the chat box if you're ready to start and say, I am ready, I am ready, I am ready. And then we're gonna be moving ahead with the sessions. I want to see the energy of the people. Now, today's session is about how to boost your business online. Now, many of us think of, okay, this is the space wherein I don't have much knowledge about, but I can see other people doing it. I can see other people sending me those emails. I can see other people targeting me with the messages. I can see other people giving me WhatsApp follow-ups. I can see other people giving those notifications to me to attend certain things. Why can't I do it? Why I am able to click on other people's link and why other people are not able to click on my link? Why I am not getting the engagement and why they are getting the engagement? All of these doubts are there whenever we start on this. Now, we have got an expert who's going to take us through this session. His name is Rishi Gangoly. He's a digital marketing consultant. And without further ado, I will transfer the stage to him. So, Mr. Rishi, over to you to take us through. We have a lot of viewers who want to listen to you. So I'll be there in this space for anything. So over to you. It's a pleasure to have you in Brainciti.
Thank you. Am I audible? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, great. I'm going to just share my screen. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. And if you guys can just give me a thumbs up, yes, you can see my screen. All right, great. So I'm just going to go full screen with this. I've got a few slides. They're just text-based slides, and I will talk about concepts, and then at the end, I think we can dive into questions. So I talk about this topic all the time. I have a background in IT for like 25, 26 years now, but I figured that by selling any IT solution, the best IT services to offer is to help somebody's business to increase. If you can help somebody's business increase, I figured that's always going to make me engage with my clients and help them do better. I'll always be in demand. That's why I chose this about a decade ago. We started off with something very simple, like websites. But then one thing led to the next, and I ended up doing a lot of stuff, helping people all the way through the digital space. So let's get started. I like to break it up into 3 stages. Okay, and I specifically put it in this sequence because you cannot change this process. I mean, I've been there, done that, and I figured one has to go through this sequence if you want to get online and if you want to use the online space to increase your business. Okay. The first thing that you have to do is to have some sort of an online presence. Right? People should be able to check you out, look you up, know about your company, know about your brand, your personal brand, or know about your products, know about your services. They should be able to look it up at 2 a.m. in the morning when you're sleeping. So the online presence, there are lots of things to that, and I want to talk about that a little bit. Once you've got the online presence established, it's kind of like, you open a store. Let's say you open a retail store. That's, of course, the first thing you need to do is get the store, rent it out, put stuff inside there so that you can sell. But then until people don't know that you exist, nobody's going to come to the store. So you need to do lead generation, right? So typically, what does a store do? Now, many people, they put stores inside the mall so that they don't have to do anything. People will just keep walking. Picture dekh liya, and then they eat some McDonald's and they don't see the elevators, right? They just see the escalator and then they see buy one, get one free, 50% off sale. So you kind of, a mall is like, I don't have to do anything. Wo leads aati jayega. Footfall will keep coming. So in the online space, nobody knows that you exist online until you make a noise about it, until you get people to look at you. So that's what I'm going to talk about, lead generation. So that's very, very important. And then the third phase is to get into bulk messaging, which is to keep in touch with them fast, quickly, at huge numbers. But it has to go in this way. A lot of people start off with bulk messaging because it's cheap, but I want to warn you against doing that first. So don't forget this three, it's sequential. Okay. If you want to get it done right, do it in this order. So let's dive into the online presence first. All right.
Rishi, just apologies for disturbing
Yes.
you. There's a bit of a fluctuation in your voice because
Oh.
of up and like you're moving a lot from the mic. So if you are using a mic or whatever the tool that you're using, so if you can use it a bit closer, so that would help us.
I just switched off the fan. Is my voice clearer now?
Yeah, it's much better now.
I think it's the fan. So sorry about that. I'll sweat it out. No problem.
No, I was just like for the benefit of the audience, and apologies for
No.
disturbing.
Thank you. So should I repeat what I just said? Or
No. We were able to hear it, but it was just like there was a lot of fluctuation. So yeah.
Right. So great. So I'll just continue from here. And like I said, the online presence could be a website, right? Or some social media property like a Facebook page or a LinkedIn page or a Instagram page and all of this stuff. Now, people ask me, should I have a website or is my Facebook page good enough? Well, I say have both. It's not an either or. Of course, it also depends on your bandwidth and how much you want to stretch, how much your budget is. But yeah, so social media page you can just get started with. You can start putting content out there, but you can only put stuff out there. But that's only the first part. As I said, you still have to figure out how to get people to come there. So we'll get to that later. So as far as websites go, and this I wanted to just share because a month back I figured people don't get started because there are some upfront costs involved. So I wanted to offer that when it comes to a website, there are two things I can get people who are starting up a business. They can actually get their domain name first. That's the first thing they have to register, and most people have a Gmail ID, right? That most people have it. I mean, okay, some people are on Hotmail or Yahoo, whatever. But if you have a Gmail address, you just go to this website, and I'll be sharing this PDF at the end of the presentation so that you guys can access all these links in case you're not writing it down. I'll share I've uploaded it on Google Drive, so you guys can download it on the chat. I'll do it later. But domains.google.com, in my view, is the easiest and simplest domain registration app ever. I think a .com costs 800 odd bucks. I think it's totally worth it. You register a domain. Like we were into websites, right? And we developed some web apps, and we were just two of us. Now we have three of us. So we have a company called webdudes.in. We didn't get .com, so we went with .in, and we registered the domain. So that's a starting point for an online presence. So you need to make that investment first and register your own domain. So go ahead and check out domains.google.com and see if a domain name that is available for your name or for your company name, and register your domain name. That's the starting point. Once you've got the domain name, you need to host your website. You need to put up web pages and stuff like that. And there are many free web hosting platforms. We created one ourselves. This is for somebody that wants to just get started and check out if they can make a website on their own. So we have a website called freehostindia.info, where you can actually just change the name servers. When you register your domain name, you just change your server. I'll just click on this website. And if you go to freehostindia.info, you can actually, hopefully it'll load up. So this is a free website web hosting services that we have. And if you click on get started, we'll scroll down to the bottom. You just need to change your domain name servers to this two servers, fill up your details and request for free web hosting. We usually take about 24 to 48 hours to set up your web hosting account. And we also install WordPress for you, so that you can just get started with creating a website.
So, Rishi, just a small question here, because so for a layman, if you have to describe what is the hosting and the domain name. So domain is the address and the hosting is from where the data is getting stored.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So the hosting is basically a computer. Basically, it's a computer which has got a little space on their disk, right, which is available, and they have a web server software running, so that when you go to www.yourdomain.com, the page should actually load. Some server has to respond to it. It's not on your computer. It's on a server which is on the internet, or as they call it, on the cloud nowadays and stuff like that. So it's always on all the time. When you go to a website like facebook.com, it's always on. So similarly, your website must be on all the time. So this is a server.
If there is a problem and my website is not loading, then it has to do with the hosting servers, that there may be problem with the hosting servers, right?
Yes, it's possible that something's wrong with the hosting, and that's why it's not loading up. And of course, there are numbers which you can call, or email addresses which you can send email to requesting for help to get it up and running. But so getting the hosting is the first thing. Once you have the server, we also install a software called WordPress. Now, some people are familiar with WordPress, while some people are not. That's not an issue. For people who are familiar with WordPress, I guess you guys will know what to do. But for those who are not familiar with WordPress, we have a free WordPress training, website making training program called websitetraining.in. Okay, so we've been teaching people how to make WordPress websites since 2012, right? And I'll just click on this website. And when you click on this website, sorry, I think, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see my screen. And here it's, we land on our, when you go to websitetraining.in, you go straight to a course called How to Create Your Website. And you can enroll for our free training on, we teach you how to create a page, how to design your own page. And we also provide tech support free every Sunday at 11 a.m. on Zoom. So you can always register for our free tech support sessions. If you have any questions, you can talk to us live and we will help you out. So that's my partner, Harshit. We both come on Sunday at 11 a.m. to help people out. And there are a whole bunch of videos. So we start right from registering your domain name. You remember I told you earlier about, you can go to domains.google.com and register your domain name. I have a full video that explains step-by-step how to go through that. Then as far as the hosting of the website, I already told you, we give free hosting. You can just use our server and host your website. There's no cost for that. Then comes the content section. This, you can see this video is about 17 minutes long, okay? Because a lot of people underestimate the whole concept of content. You know, they said, website dalna hai, let's put it up. But what does it mean? So content is key to making sure you know what you want to say, who you are, what you do, what are the products and services that you want to talk about. People are going to come to this webpage and learn about it. It's like your online brochure kind of thing. So content, I spent a lot of time explaining why it's so important to think of content before you start design. Design comes later. First comes content. Okay. And then of course, when it comes to design, we take you through various stages, like how to make a page, how to add text, how to add buttons, how to add images, how to add icons, how to add embed videos, contact forms so that people can contact you from the website directly, how to set up galleries, and a lot more things. I mean, we keep going down, we keep adding more and more videos to this website training program. Somebody had asked us, can you talk about blogging? How do we do blogging on a website? So I've covered a couple of videos on that, how to do to get started. And we also, some people said, we don't want WordPress, we want to know HTML. Can we do HTML websites? So we've had a 1-hour session on just how to use software to do HTML websites. And then also people wanted to know how to make a e-commerce website where we can sell products online with a payment gateway and stuff like that. So we've created a whole module on e-commerce, and we keep adding more and more videos on how you can make your website, more and more features and things like that.
So just to summarize it in a way that the people kind of understand. So you buy the domain, you buy the hosting servers, and then you kind of come, okay, now I need to design it. Before I go about designing, I need to sort my content, what problem I'm solving, and all this sort of thing. Right. Then here I have a question. A lot of people, when it comes to content, there is this thing about copywriting. Now, for the benefit of the doubt, copywriting is the text that you see on the website and all this sort of thing. How important is that content to be unique? Like when I say it has to be unique, is it okay for me to copy and paste that content and put it on my website? Or is it that I should write it or I should get it righted? There are professional copywriters.
Yeah.
So how important that point is?
Yes, that's a great question. So let me talk a little bit about that. Okay, so there is a if you want people to find you online, right, and search for you online, or your website should be ranked properly on the search results, then it is very important that you don't copy paste content. Okay, because Google, as the biggest search engine, will completely make your rankings go down if you have duplicated the content from somewhere else. It'll say you're just copying and pasting it. So there are websites which is duplicacy. You can check for duplicate content, and if you write your own article or your own content, you can always check on those websites if your content is duplicated somewhere else.
Oh, wow.
So it'll tell you how much % is duplicated. So I don't remember the website's name right now offhand, but I can share that.
Plagiarism checkers. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Plagiarism checkers. Yeah.
Yes. So that is very important, not to copy content if you want your website to be ranking well on Google. There are many of my clients that don't give a damn about it, and they say, no, we don't care. Just copy, paste, and put it. So what happens is they don't get searched or indexed on net. Like, for example, there are some people who are some financial planners. They said, look, I told them, look, you've just copied and pasted this content from somebody else's financial planner website. He says, I don't care. Nobody's going to come to me by searching the net. They come to me only by references. What I want is a website that must look like I'm a company, proper company, registered company. So please let it be. So it's really your call. I don't recommend it. I feel it is always good to have original content, write it yourself, and use these plagiarism checkers to check if your content is duplicated or not. You can be original content. And once you have original content, there is a way to tell Google that this is mine is the first version. So we have courses on how to do that, detailed courses on that, which I'll be talking about in the slides to come. Yeah. All right. Let's now move on to the next thing, which is lead generation. Okay, so I told you there were 3 parts. So this is the second part. This is the most important part. And this is also one of the expensive parts for any business. To get inquiries itself is the starting point. See, rather than you go after people, it's better for other people who are interested in you come and contact you. So I always talk about spending energy and money and investing it on lead generation. Okay, lead generation activities are very, very important. Now, there are 2 types of lead gen activities if you want to break it up. Like, one is the organic approach, and one is the just brute force, spend the money, put ads, and get the damn leads right now. Okay, so, and I want to talk about both have got their pros and cons, and I'll talk about that. So let's talk the organic approaches first, and then we look at paid ads as a second. Okay, so in organic, organic is if somebody searches for you. So what is the SEO? Search engine optimization. Many people might have heard of this terminology already. What does it mean? It means when you go to Google and you're searching, like you want to find out, where can I get this Samsung phone from? Galaxy, whatever, A5 or something like that. You go type on Google and you search for it, and people can come up ranking at the top, or they can be advertisements in the top, right? Both will come up. So when you are coming up just because you are ranking very high for the word Samsung Galaxy A5 or whatever, then you will come up to the top. And when people click there, they will come onto your page. Hopefully you have some information for where they can contact you to buy or engage with you, or whatever product or service that you're selling. So if they're searching for you, of course, they will find you as well as your competitors. So it's not like you will get the exclusive inquiry. They will be always people check 2-3 places, right? Ye kaun hai, and then you engage with all 3, and then a person selects one person to buy from. But at least they're coming to you, right? So you can, once you've made a website, you can make sure you do search engine optimization to get inquiries to you through optimizing of your website, so that search engines rank you at the top for those specific keywords which people will be searching for because they're interested in that keywords are related to your product or service that you want to sell through your website.
So Rishi, just to elaborate on that, and I want to explain this to the audience with an
Yes.
example. So let's
Yes.
say you go onto Google and you say TV, and then you get in the list, you get Amazon, you get Flipkart, you get Cash and all Paytm and all this sort of thing.
Yeah.
So all these websites are doing their SEOs, who comes on the top. So based on who comes on the top, that's where they have put in the efforts, because as a human being, you click pretty much on the first thing. So all these websites are competing for that first spot on Google. And that is what SEO means.
Right. Well, so let me just further clarify that. So I would, nobody types TV. Okay. They will always say they want to buy Sony TV in Mumbai. So where can I get it? Right. So first one, of course, is Amazon. Then there's a website called, what is this? Furbicle. And then there's again Amazon, and there are some more ads. So this, as you can see here, is ads over here on the top left, right? Even the second one is an ad. It's of a shop ad.
So ad means that these companies had paid Google to come on top. Yes,
exactly. So these people I'll be covering later, but that's what will come on top. Then this map that you see over here is local SEO, which is they are working on Google My Business pages to get ranked on top. So this guy has got a Google My Business, but an ad, but these guys are coming up organically. These three are only coming up because they've got some decent ranking, or they might be close to where you are from where you're searching. So it could be one of those. And you can even see more of them where to get the Sony TV from. Now, these are people who are doing SEO, super SEO. India Mart is doing solid SEO on Sony LED TV. Then vijayasales.com is doing, because they are going on this keyword, buy Sony TV in Mumbai. So they are wanting to make sure that this is SEO effort. These two people are below the ads, below the Google Map, Google My Business, but they are doing search engine optimization to rank on top. So it's very hard to beat them, but you have to find what you're in. Yeah, go ahead.
So for the benefit of crowd, like whatever the services you are selling, so if you have a business, so first of the few things is to identify a few keywords that you want to target. So when people search that keyword, you are one of the few listings on the top.
Right.
And so for that, you don't have to pay Google, you come automatically.
Yes, if I click on this, for example, over here, if I right click on this and I say open this in a new tab, Google has not charged them money for the click. However, if I went here and I went right click and I click in open in a new tab, now this guy, Google has just deducted 50 or 100 bucks from him, or 200 bucks from him, because he's paying high premium for this keyword. So, I mean, he might be cursing me, thinking, "Sala, usne mera paisa bigaad diya. Okay, I'm not going to buy the TV." But that's what is known as pay-per-click, which I'll be getting to later. Yeah. But this is India Mart is organic. He didn't pay for this click. He just made sure he has so much content on Sony TV that his is number one on the position automatically. Google is automatically giving him the highest position. Whereas this guy, he paid through his nose just now for me to open this page. He paid per click. And therefore, but I don't even see the TV. So this is bad. He's done an ad, but he's not even landing me on the TV page, which is horrible. This is bad. The guy who is managing his ad campaign is not good. He should have got me to the TV page, Sony TV page. He's got to the Sony headphones. I don't know whether here we go. This is TV, I think, maybe. No, it's a home theater system. No, shit, it's horrible. Anyway, but yeah, you get the idea, right? So SEO is search engine optimization, and in social media websites like Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram and so on, you can also optimize those properties so that when people are browsing through the social media websites, like if they're always on Facebook or they're always on Instagram or LinkedIn, you will pop up on those keywords if you do the optimization of your properties there. The effort involved in social media optimization is lesser because you're also limited with certain restrictions by the social media platform itself. But SEO is like, it's huge. There's lots of scope to do organic stuff, and we help our customers with that as well. How to get to the top, and then just keep getting leads after that, because they're always at the top in their niche. Okay. We have some courses for SEO and SMO. This is by my partner Anup Prasad. He's a digital marketing expert in Delhi. And if you click on this link, anupdmexpert.com, it will go directly to the landing page of all his courses on search engine optimization, social media optimization, as well as the paid courses also. So you can read about him. These are his various courses that are there. And we've specifically priced them really, really cheap because of the lockdown. We said everybody might want to learn about this stuff. So his courses are about 3 days long. Each day is like about 2.5 hours worth of content that he shared. He's a practical guy, so he doesn't get into the theory. He just goes deep dive into how to do your stuff. So each of these courses are available for like $600. You can take a look at them. And this is what I feel will help people who are wanting to learn more about like in-depth understanding of all of these things. So these are the SEO and SMO courses. We get into the paid ads. Now, paid ads, these are the 4 big ones, okay? Like Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and LinkedIn ads. And again, in this Google ads, as we showed earlier, right, they rank above, but this is pay per click. So every time somebody clicks, Google will deduct money from your credit card, or if you put a deposit. Yeah, go ahead. You wanted to ask something? No, okay, fine. So that's Google Ads. Now, Google Ads is good if somebody, again, is searching for your product or is searching for your service, because they will type those keywords, then your ad will come to the top. And when they click, you pay, and then you hope that they contact you after that, because you should have an attractive landing page on your website that says, this is the product details or this is the service details. Please contact me if you're interested. And then they can give their name and number and submit their details, and then you can call them, because then you capture their name, number, and email. And that's what leads are all about, getting names, numbers, and email addresses of people who are interested in what you're talking about. Now, if you look at Facebook and Instagram, both of them owned by Facebook itself, right? So these ads are based on behavior. You know, what they know, they've got AI algorithms to know what you're clicking, what you're interested in, what makes you tick. So they already have the audience. People are on Facebook, people are on Instagram, and they're seeing what you're swiping, what you're watching, what you're not watching. So you can get ads targeted based on a behavior pattern. Of course, you can also base them which part of the country or city, or even now break it down to suburb also. All that you can track, and you can target your ads very, very specifically. I mean, just to give you some examples of what kind of behaviors you can track and send an ad. Now, there was a guy we did an ad campaign for in Delhi. Now, he was in South Delhi. He had a wedding hall, right, to give out these out. So he said, "Bhai, humko ad chalana hai Facebook pe, so let's do it." So, okay, let's do Facebook ads. So we do Facebook ads, and when Anup looked at all this targeting, he said, "Guys, let's get rid of everything, and we only focus on people who have got engaged." Now, Facebook is tracking that. If there's anybody that got engaged, and there are many ways people can do events and this engage, it will target only those people, and also within a 5-kilometer radius of where that guy's wedding hall was. So every lead he got was a conversion. Out of 10 leads, 9 he closed out. So he paid very little money for the ad cost was very little, because it's very focused one. So even if the lead was like $50 or $100 the lead, it was a sure done deal. He made lakhs of rupees on the closing out of the deal. So these are the specific things you can do on Facebook and Instagram. LinkedIn is more like on the corporate side. Okay, because many people are on LinkedIn because they want to be visible, and they also want to know what else is out there that they need to look at. So LinkedIn is very good if your products or services are for you want to approach certain people with certain designations or certain industries or certain locations again. But far more expensive per click in LinkedIn. It's the most expensive, which is why many people don't even get into LinkedIn ads. But it is there.
Maybe in a sense, it's more for business to business deals rather than business to customer deals, we can say, for LinkedIn, because
you want to connect with corporations to be interested in some corporate-based solutions, right? So it will not be a click to close a sale. It's not an e-commerce type thing. LinkedIn is more to, hey, we need to sign up with these partners. They are the partners that we need to work with so that they can deliver these services for our companies, whether it is IT related or training related, or it has to be corporate type. That's where it makes sense to do LinkedIn ads. Okay.
So just
Yeah.
to give a bit of elaboration on that, and just for my understanding and for audience understanding. So when it's on Google, so Google is whatever you are searching on Google, based on that, Google identifies what you want to buy, and based on that, they target you. Okay, this person wants to buy a TV. And so all 24 hours or 48 hours, you'll just see TV everywhere, whichever app you open, whichever website you go, because you have searched TV somewhere. Facebook and Instagram, they kind of track you based on the posts you like, based on the comments you make, based on who you are liking and whatever. So they try to predict your behavior, and that's how they want to target. So
exactly. Exactly. Fabulous. Great. So shall I move on to the next slide?
Yeah.
Great. Again, Anup has a lot of courses on ads. So if you want to go for paid, again, prices are the same, $600 for each of these apps. So you can take a look at it. We also give free tech support. We have a WhatsApp group. Once you buy one of the courses, you can actually engage with Anup and directly ask him questions. So a lot of people are, sometimes they're doing a job, but they came and they wanted to understand how they can, make money online. And they attended his courses, and now, like I can see 2-3 of them are really doing really well. They are investing their time and energy, and now they are coming up on the ranking. They are making a lot of effort to understand all of these things. So they've done his courses, and they can always check with him on questions, and they ask him, and he usually responds within 24 hours. He's really, really good, this guy. Okay, and now once we've understood lead generation, these are the two basic ways, organic and paid. Now we get into bulk messaging. Okay, because people think, shall we just buy a database and send mails to people about our product and stuff? I said, no, you don't send emails and WhatsApp to people, because it will be kind of intrusive. It's kind of like, when you get those calls like, hello sir, I'm calling from Vodafone. Aapko SIM card mil gaya, something. I'm like, boss, I already have. Okay. I don't want the SIM card. I didn't ask for it. If I wanted one, I'll get one, right?
So just to summarize of what we have covered, can you? There's a disturbance.
Yeah. I think somebody's mic was on. I think it's turned off. The person got it off.
So we started with identifying the businesses that you want to scale. Then we moved on. Okay, how to create a house for it, where the people can come and buy. That's the website and that part. Then we kind of discuss about the lead generation and what all things we can do to make people come to the website. And that's where you covered the lead generation, the organic. Either you pay people to come, or either they come by themselves.
Okay.
And now, once the person have came, he's on the doorstep, he's on the website. Right. Now what you have to do, we'll be discussing that, right?
Exactly. So as I said, lead generation is basically capturing the name, number, and email of the person. And this is the most expensive part, and you don't want to throw that money away. They already showed interest. Either they were searching for you and they landed on your website, or they saw an ad on Facebook and they gave you their name and number and email. Now you don't want to throw that away. These are people who are interested in what you're talking about. They came to you. Now you use bulk messaging, right? Because these are, whether you got 100 contacts, 50 contacts, or 500 contacts, doesn't matter. Whatever money you spend to get those contact details, you want to engage with them. But how do you engage with 50, 100, 500,000 people at a time? That's where you use bulk messaging, whether you use it on email or WhatsApp, whatever, right? So this is the third phase of your progress of online business. So let's dive into a little bit of email marketing. And there are some do's and don'ts, basically a lot of don'ts. Do not buy databases. Use the database that you created. These are people who are interested in what you're doing. Send them communication. Okay. Now, how to do it cost effectively? We have found out that Amazon has the SES feature, which is to send email service. Very, very cheap. 1 paise per email. It's a super deal. But as I said, don't use it to send spam. They will block you out. They will cut you off immediately. They get a few complaints. They will block you out. So
Rishi, when you say spam, just for can you elaborate what exactly the spam is in digital world?
Sure. So like I explained earlier, you don't want people calling you saying, "Sir, aapko loan chahiye, aapko ye chahiye." You only want to, when you're interested in something, you want information. You don't want to be called by a telecaller Like that, in email, the telecaller system is called spamming, which means you're sending people who have not shown interest in your product or service, and you're sending them information. Like, I never asked for it, damn it. Why are you sending me information? I only want to communicate with people on email or WhatsApp who I'm wanting to work with. So when I run the ad campaign or when I do SEO and I generate the leads, now those are people I want to connect with. Now, this could be another activity. For example, the people that are registered here, there are about 90 people out here, right? 92 people. Now, I'm sure I would love to stay in touch with them. That's people I would like to send email. But this is a lead generation of a certain sort. People might be interested in what are the things I have to say about building a business online, right? So I would say use email marketing or use WhatsApp marketing, bulk messaging, so that you can communicate with people who are interested in what you have to say. Okay. So as I said, in email, don't buy the database, acquire the databases through proper mechanisms, like either you do an online activity like SEO, or you do paid activity, or you do an online webinar or whatever. But point is, once you have that, AWS is a very cheap mechanism of sending email to them. Don't send them the spam mails. Text emails, quite frankly, work very well. And I think they are better than all these fancy, colorful emails that you send, because people feel you're reaching out to them. In fact, guys like Neil Patel, who are like the pioneers of freaking SEO and everything, I am subscribed to his list, right? And he sends plain text email. They are super short. They're like 4 lines, 3 lines, to the point. He gives you one punchline saying, hey, would you like to know how this is done online? Right? And then he says, here's the link where you can know more. That's the call to action. That's it. It's 2 or 3 lines. That's it. So I like to send out text email like, hey, I'm doing this event on this day. It's going to be talking about this. Click here if you want to register and join us. So of course, make them attractive, because you must highlight what's the benefit they're going to get if they're going to come for your offer. Whatever your offer you want to give to them, they have to see this is the benefit for me. And so that's why I like to say text emails are better. Keep the benefit statement in there, very short, and make sure you have a call to action. Either say, please reply to this email, because you can always reply, or say that click here to register, or click here to call me, or this is my number, call me, whatever. So you should not have a mail without the call to action. Otherwise, your whole effort on sending that email campaign is down the drain.
I would just add on to that part, because this is one of the most important parts of anything, is the call to actions. Like if you are getting a customer, if you are getting anybody, he should have one single, like many websites have multiple call to actions. You approach me also, you contact me also, you drop me email also, you buy product also, and people get confused. And so call to action means, why are you writing this email and what you want them to do? Just give them that option. Register. If you're sending email for registration, just ask them to register. Don't ask them to visit your website or do something else, because they'll get lost.
Absolutely. Fair. Call to action should out be one and focused. Very good point you got there. Thank you for that. Right. Also, at the end of your emails, I always recommend you must give them the option to unsubscribe automatically without asking your permission. They should be able to click and then get out of your list, because they may have shown interest in your product, services at one time, but maybe they're not interested now. So you must anyway, and feel okay that people go, because if people are not interested in what you have to offer, they're extra weak, they're extra baggage. You don't need them. Let them go. Just say bye to them. No problemo. My databases are not necessarily large. Mine is like only 5 or 5,500 people, because of course I keep working on growing that database by proper mechanism like lead generation. But there are also many people that say, yeah, maybe this is not for me. What Rishi is going to talk about is not for me. Bye. See you. I'm happy for them to unsubscribe. So these are some important points when you're doing bulk email. By the way, we also have a free trial in case you would like. Sorry for the little bit of a sales plug in there, but we have it. It's actually free trial. We have a free training. You try it out first. You check it out, send 1,000 emails first and see if this is something that is helping your business. And if yes, and you want to go look at it, then you can take a look at that later. This link I will be also sending to you guys later. The interesting thing is, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
I was just trying to stress out on the email marketing, because I got a huge awakening last year when I was like, do email marketing works now? Like, it's like, who opens the emails right now? It goes into socials or promotions and all. But I was kind of shocked by it. It does works, and email marketing is one of the best channels to get you engaged. Like, all other tools are fine, but email marketing is like the best of the best.
I mean, people do still check email. It's not like they don't. And so I think it's like it's not a either or, it's and. So do email marketing, and if WhatsApp is catching up, do that as well. Don't do, should I do WhatsApp or should I do email? Do both. Whatever works, whatever connects you with people and stuff like that. Now, of course, we have Get Started, which is also got video tutorials for you to learn how to set up your Amazon SES account. And of course, we're always there for tech support in case you need help. And so once you try it out for about 1,000 emails, we give free. If you think it's making sense, then we can take the conversation further. All right. And the last part is WhatsApp. This is another bulk message app, which is becoming popular day by day. Again, same deal. Don't send spam to people. Yeah. Sorry, you wanted to ask something?
Oh, no, it's not me.
Okay. Sorry. So again, same deal, just like email. You don't want to send messages to spam. Like I run a Facebook ad campaign, and a lot of people give me their names, numbers, and email addresses. Now, 90% of the time, all those numbers are on WhatsApp, and they react faster on WhatsApp than on email. So I have developed a tool which you can send bulk WhatsApp messages to people who are interested in what you have to say. What I also recommend is build admin groups also, so that you can have a one-way communication where you build a group and invite people to join that group on WhatsApp. You send them a personalized invitation to say, would you like to know more information how you can do this, or how to learn free website training? They say, yes, I'm interested. Great. Click this link to join my group. They can always exit if they're not interested in the information. And they have the option to exit. So there is like an unsubscribe. So I prefer admin groups on a long-term plan. It also gives you a reality check on how many people are staying on the group. So a lot of times people, I don't know whether they're paying attention or not, but once they exit the group, I know they're losing attention, right?
I want to say one thing here. So if all the people in the audience, if they want to catch up with the online trends and the digital things, do join the WhatsApp link that is there in the chat box right now. We have Prashanti has been circulating it. So this is about every Tuesdays we'll got to get you a digital entrepreneur or whoever is expert in that. So, but to get that whole thing, do join. The link is there in the WhatsApp. So I just wanted to utilize this opportunity.
Oh, that's great. Good you did that. So, and also you have to put something to motivate other people. Just like in email, I told you about, you have a benefit statement of why they should join a WhatsApp group. What are they going to get if they join a group? So you must make sure you should not just say, I've told people to go to my WhatsApp group, but they're not joining my group. Why will they join? You have to give them something. Like even now in the case, Yash is saying that, hey, you join here, you'll get every update, you'll get the news. So he's giving you some motivation, some reason to join your his WhatsApp group. You should do the same. Okay. One of the nice things about our application that works for bulk messaging, you can personalize the messages. So even though you got like say 50 numbers or 100 numbers from an ad campaign or a Facebook ad campaign, you've got all the numbers, you will also have their names. So if there's a guy Venkat, or this guy Rajiv, or Shikha or something, so you can say, hi Shikha, I got your number from the Facebook ad campaign. This is the image. And if you would like to know more about this, click on this to join my WhatsApp group. Right? So what happens is they're like, hi, I just clicked this ad just 2 hours ago, I clicked it, right? And then I've sent them a bulk message, right? So I don't have to send one-on-one messages to all of them. I just use this application to send bulk messages to them. So take a look at this.
Just when you say personalization, it means that instead of saying hello dear or hello XXX or hello participant, when you say personalized, it's about hello Rajiv or hello Prashanti. So this is all automated, right? That's what you want to say.
Yes. So if you go, you can actually take a look at bulkmessageapp.com. This is a free trial we give for all our customers. Now, what I would do is, can I do a quick demo? Do I have time, like 5-6 minutes to do a quick demo?
Yeah, for sure. I think this is one of the things that we want to tell to our audience that how this,
Right. So once you go to this website, you'll go to the first video is, of course, how to install the app on your computer. You do need a computer. You cannot do this on your phone. So for those people who are using WhatsApp and are familiar with the web.whatsapp application here, right? desktop app. You can use it on the Chrome browser.
I think nowadays this is the most opened website on
Correct. So what we've done is we've created an extension, right? So now, for example, I'm just going to show you this. These are icons you will not see on your typical web.whatsapp. This little eye icon over here, this is the bulk message app, which you can see over here, right? This bulk message app is what is the extension that works on the Chrome browser. And the link which I sent, you can download it and just request me for a free trial. I'll activate it for a couple of days for you to experiment with it. Basically, what you can do is you can upload a CSV file, and this CSV file will contain the name and number of the person. Like I normally, when I run FB ad campaigns, like they will actually give me their names and numbers. So I just upload this file, enter my message in there. If I have an attachment, I add an attachment. If I want to exclude some numbers because people have told me don't send me messages, I can exclude them and then submit this, and it'll go one by one. So what I'd like to do is actually show you guys how this is done. So I'm going to go to this. I just made this quick Google form called brainciti.com WhatsApp form, which has just 2 questions, first name and WhatsApp number, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this view icon and I'm going to share this on the chat. So whoever's interested, okay, please note your number will be published. So please, if you're only participate, if you're keen to understand how this demo works, you don't have to do this. I'm going to go to the chat, right? And now for those of you that click on this view form, you can fill in your name and your number, WhatsApp number. Request you to put 91 or your country code also in there so that it's easier for me to know which one it is. Just don't put your number only, put the country code as well. Now, of course, this is where the people's forms will get filled up and sent once they start filling it up. So if you are interested, go ahead and fill up that form. I'll give you guys maybe 30 seconds.
Just when the people are filling this form, I want to how important is the country codes here? We get a lot of this thing where people don't write their country codes, and then do WhatsApp is able to track those or what?
No, you have to give it, because if you're from Dubai now, right? You're from there, and now if you just put me your mobile number, I won't know. Right now, it's like, I'm like now, for example, apart from me, Dr. Sarvanan has put his number, but he has put +91. Okay. In the case of Rashid, he's put 0097. So that's fine. It's okay.
So guys, every time you join a Brainciti event, please put your country codes. Please put your country codes in the phone number so that we can send you personalized WhatsApp messages.
Great. So while this is getting populated, we'll give people say about a minute, and then I'll show you a demo. Right. I'll stop at around maybe 6 or 7.
Okay. Do you want to quickly say in this 1 minute what's the difference between WhatsApp and WhatsApp for Business? Like a very quick.
Sure. So WhatsApp for Business is basically another app. Okay. It has some additional features like putting up your own store so that people can actually browse through what products you're selling online. They can see your catalog of products. So it's like having a little mini website on your phone through the WhatsApp application. It's trying to really get people to sell or discuss their products. And now they've even got payment options like, you can send money from WhatsApp using UPI. This is in India only, of course. But in India, because of UPI, lots of companies like WhatsApp and Google Pay and Paytm and PhonePe and all of these guys are able to transfer from bank to bank without having bank details exchanged, just transferring on WhatsApp. I transfer people on WhatsApp money also, just like I do for Google Pay, I can do that. So with Google WhatsApp for Business, you can sell your products and do e-commerce business, send money back and forth using the app itself. So that's their bigger agenda. Google for Business is that, yeah. Right. So here we have some numbers coming in. Thank you for filling it out. Now, there are, of course, some of you guys have not put your country code, so I will fill it automatically. Some of you guys have put the country code. Thank you very much for that. And
can you please give the link? Can you please give the link where this Excel is being connected from?
If you see
the Google
chat,
form. Yeah, I'll do it.
It's in the chat. If you scroll the chat, it's there.
If you can put it on the WhatsApp group, please.
Okay. Can you put it? Can you copy this link? I don't know. I'm not part of
Prashanti can do it. Prashanti.
We'll
do it. Leela, we'll do it.
Let me send this to you anyway. I'm going to stop sharing. And I'm going to go straight to WhatsApp and forward it to you, Yash. Yash, Y-A-S-H.
Hi, sir.
Oh, sorry, not this link. Sorry. Don't send this link, Yash. Wrong link. Wait. Just one moment. This is here's the link. This one. Copy.
I already got it. Somebody posted on the WhatsApp group, docs.google.com/forms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last is view form, correct?
Yeah. Rishi,
There
you
is
can
this Brainciti.com WhatsApp form.
Yes. Correct. So once you open that link, I guess you should be able to get a form that looks something like this, which asks you for your name, and in your WhatsApp number, put 91, or if you're from outside India, put the country code and then put your number. And then these people who have filled up the numbers will get a message from me using my personalized WhatsApp system, right?
Yeah, it's already come on the Excel. I can see it.
Fabulous, great. So I think we've got sufficient numbers now. Are you okay, Yash, if I stop the form?
Yeah, please stop, and we need to hush a bit.
Yeah. So let's just copy these that have come right now. Okay, one more like that. Copy plus, and I'll just paste it here. Now, one of the things I, of course, is I have to make this number. That's the only difference out here. And here, what I'll do is I'll remove all the plus signs. Correct. This is through search replace. I can remove plus. I don't need the plus signs here, so that's gone. And I think wherever there's a 00 also, I can remove 00. Oh no, yeah, I think this should work, hopefully. No.
And is there a limit to the messages?
So there is no limit as such, but like for example, I don't suggest doing more than 100 or 2 at a time. I do it only when I run an ad campaign to invite them to the group. That's what I do basically. Okay. So I'm assuming the people over here, Sunil Kumar, Sweta, Malaika, Aisha, and Sonalia are from
They're
India,
all from India.
and they didn't probably put the country code. So what I'm going to do is I bought this little software. They have a 15-day free trial. I bought this software that allows me to actually put a code inside there. It's called Power Tools. It's a really nice software, and it helps me to manipulate data really, really fast. 966 is which country?
Oman.
Shami, it's from Oman. Okay, great.
I
The
think
971 is Dubai, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly add 91 in front of these numbers, and I'll click on run, and hopefully this will be sorted, and then I'll download. That's perfect. So I got 91 in front of these numbers, and let me see if I can make this. Yeah, it's okay. Sunil has a small s. I'm a bit of a got OCD for that. Anyway, so I'm going to click on file, and I'm going to click on download, and then I'm going to click on comma separated values .csv file, right? And that's my CSV file. Now I'm going to go to my my software here, and I'm going to take this file, this Brainciti WhatsApp file. I'm going to drag it where you see this upload CSV file is, and you can see here it says it's got first name variable and 17 numbers loaded. So I'll say hi first name, right, and test message. How do you like it? Visit https bulkmessage.com for a free trial. Okay, I'm just making a short message over here, and I'm going to hit on submit. Now, when I submit it, it makes sure that I don't mess around with it. So if I try to move my mouse and try to do something, it will not allow me. It says you're not allowed to touch anything while this bulk message app is doing its magic. So I will just wait. But it does one message at a time. You can see there's a delay. as you can see. And as these messages are being sent, each person now, if the messages is gone to Shweta, so Shweta will receive this message, and then she can reply back and saying, hey, I received it or whatever. So each one is a personalized message.
This is happening from your mobile. Like, let's say, so these chats will come to your feeds of the chat, right?
Yeah. It's like one-on-one connection. I'm connecting with Aisha right now, right? I don't even have a number saved on my phone, correct? She has just given me her WhatsApp number, and that's how it's.
Okay, so the numbers won't get saved on your phone automatically. So they will be like the unknown numbers on the left. So
yes.
If they respond, and then you can go about saving those numbers. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
You can see some of them have replied, okay, sir, I received. You can see that, now, you can see that the people are typing back. So, and there are some.
The audience is quite proactive,
huh? Yes. So this is how you can use this personalized messages. You can use the split functionality to actually put multiple messages, like, hi, first name, then next name, then next message, the next message, like that. You can send a message
because
one by
one
one.
of the problems that we were facing was we were not allowed to send the links from so here you have done that, you have a link as well. So when it's an unknown number, the link becomes inactive. So is it the case, or the links are active?
No, so because they have not saved my number, they don't know my number, it will not be active to begin with. But if you check with any of them, if they click OK, or if they reply, like for example, some people, yes, sir, received. Now, once they reply, then WhatsApp makes the assumption that this number which is being sending the message to them is a safe number. So that person will be able to click the link after that.
Okay. So the first message won't have link. So as soon as they reply, the link will become active.
Yeah.
And then, okay, got it.
So the link goes in the first message. It's not like it doesn't go, but it's not clickable. But when the person clicks OK, or when the person replies, sometimes they reply to me. They say, sir, your link is not clicking. And then they say, sorry, sir, it is now clicking. So sometimes I go to it like after 3 hours and say, oh, he's already figured it out. It works. So
guys, whenever you receive message from Brainciti, make sure you send us greetings back. Send us your wonderful quote. Send us hi, hello, whatever. But do reply to our message, because that is where you'll be able to click on the links. Yeah.
Great. So I think while this is happening, we can also quickly go back to the slides and basically take questions, if any. Yeah, while this is happening.
So maybe you can just unshare the screen, because we don't need screen now. Or
yeah, sure.
Yeah. So
the thing is that I have not used this bulk message app, sir. I'm using WhatsApp web, but I'm not clear about how to use the bulk message app.
Okay, so you can download it from the link that we have shared. In fact, I'm going to share this. If you want all the links which I've shared on my slides, okay, I'm just putting it on the chat right now. So you can download these slides, the PDF from the Google Drive, which I've just shared on the chat right now. And in the bulk WhatsApp, the bulk message app link, you go to that website, you will have to sign up for free. You can do a free sign up, but then you can watch the videos and download the software. Just send me a text that you want an activation code for a few days just to try it out, because I think it's always better. People should first try it before they buy anything. They should first see if it works properly for them. So go ahead, try it out for a few days, and then if you think it's good, you can use it. Yeah.
Thank you, Rishi, for this wonderful presentation. And so, yeah, it was pretty much insightful for any person to kind of understand the whole digital space, how it works, where to start on with, where to have the conversation. And at the end, once you have had conversation, and that is where you kind of get your customer if you end up selling the product. So everything up until the end was, okay, how do you sell your product, or how do you sell your service? And that's how you kind of do it in the digital space. Now, very wonderfully explained, like it was easily gulpable content. I can say that people understood it. And I would like to know the feedback of the people. How was the session? Did it really help you? Did it really solve some of your concepts and all this sort of thing? So put it into the chat box. How was the session and all this thing? Now I'm going to ask you a very basic question now. Many people who are running brick and mortar businesses, or they have been doing some sort of business, and they have a shop or they have something, they think they're too late to enter into this space, either they think they don't know about this space, so there's no point going, because maybe their kid is somewhere and he knows about it and they don't know about it, or maybe they are too pessimistic about it. Now, what do you want to tell to those people? Like, I think so it's never too late to start in digital space, because it's a very, very booming space. You enter now, you'll be 1 year, you'll be at least at a better position than today. Right. So what do you think about the whole aspect of digital education to come up? And whenever you are entering, is there a space for me, or is it already saturated?
That's a great question. I mean, there are many digital marketing experts before me, right? They existed before I got into it. I started off with websites, right? And as you very rightly said, I don't think it's ever too late for anything. I think one should always have the attitude of learning till one dies. In fact, if you go to my portal where I teach all these training programs, which I've been sharing on the link, when you land on school.webdudes.in, I should share with you the screen actually, because it's so apt, and this is what I was really, when I was launching the website, I'm like, what do I say? What is my starting pitch? So if you go, so our website is called webdudes.in. That's what our website
I like the name.
Yeah. Yeah, it was two of us when we began, and there were two dudes. So Web Dudes seemed more apt. But when we started the Web Dudes school, I wanted to say, what do I start with? And then I found this photograph of this road that never ends. So I said, learning also never ends. So if you're willing to learn, and you're willing to, always learn till you die, I think you should. Even though you were doing X retail business for so long, you can always learn digital marketing today. And we try to make it simple. We try to make it easy for people to understand. Sometimes things are technical. That's why we provide tech support also on WhatsApp and email and things like that. So this is what we decided to call our school, Learning Never Ends. That's our landing page. Is courses for everyone. Learn from awesome trainers, coaches, teachers, etc. So that's what we decided to do.
Yeah. So one of the things that I want to say to the people in this audience is I can pretty much guarantee, or I may be wrong, but most of you have not even started with it. Correct me if I'm wrong. And there may be certain things that is stopping you from doing it. But this is what Brainciti is, and this is what Rishi is also doing. Like, I was amazed. He was selling a course at 600 rupees. I'm like, 600 rupees is like very, very basic, But there are people imparting this knowledge. There are people sharing this knowledge. And so just if you have an open mind to learn, and it is like, the tools are so simple. Like, imagine yourself, like how you were using, and my grandfather now, he's using YouTube, he's using WhatsApp, he's using Facebook. I'm like, what? Like, imagine if he can, at the age of 85 or 86, have evolved so much into digital space just because we have gifted him a smartphone. He kind of did it by himself, most of the things. So it's just like these tools, all these websites and all these things, everything is there with you guys. It's like how much you can use it, and it can be used to solve each and every problem you have. If you're running a restaurant, if you're running any sort of business, there are digital tools that can help you out. Get in connect, join the WhatsApp group that we have sent you. We will help you. We will handhold you. There will be experts coming like Rishi who can really solve, okay, I have this problem with my business. How do I solve this problem? And one of the biggest problems I'll say, you guys, is because of the accounting problems. Like, to manage the accounts of a brick and mortar businesses, कि मेरे को इससे उतना उधार लेना है, इससे इतना पैसा लेना है, इसको इतना पैसा देना है, इसका इतना invoices. And there are such amazing tools that really, like Khata Book. I don't know, it's like very basic. They have the whole UI UX in Hindi. So everything is there. So it's just like, we will make you aware of and all this sort of thing. Now, Rishi, before I conclude the session, I want to know from you, what do you think about the community Brainciti that we have started? and the whole cause was to impart this education to masses, and we have been running many programs. So what do you say about us, and what do you think our digital future may look?
Yeah, I think it's great because people are looking for learning these things, and you guys are making an effort to helping people understand. And what's nice is to see that people are coming back. I mean, a lot of people are sticking around to understand and learn. That's the best part. I mean, I think your community is great. Good to see people here and sticking around for these sessions to learn and improve themselves. So great job, guys.
So thank you all for people who have joined us on YouTube, and do subscribe to the YouTube channel that's there, and we will circulate the links of Rishi of Brainciti on the description. So thank you all for people who have joined it on the YouTube.